Hey guys and girls, I'm Linksort123 and welcome to another video of me creating Zelda Techno for all of you guys and girls. As you probably have seen in today's video, we are going to go through my remix of the very iconic theme from Ocarina of Time called Gerudo Valley theme, or whatever you want to call it, the theme from Gerudo Valley in Ocarina of Time. Basically every Zelda fan knows this theme because it's such an iconic part of the game, and it really is a huge part of the game because Ganondorf comes from that piece of a crappy town. I just love that remix, and we heard it a lot because both in the desert and also in Gerudo Valley and in Gerudo Fortress you hear this theme. Basically, that's everything I gotta say. Let's start out to go through each pattern of my remix, and last of all, and basically just to finish up all of this, I'm going to upload this remix on Soundcloud so all of you guys and girls can hear it while you are in the bus, on the train, or wherever you your tour goes on, probably to the moon and back. I just hope you will return as a subscriber to my channel. Basically, well, the main lead, or the main intro, is this very iconic piano sounding like this. We all know that start to the whole theme, and this little piano intro is followed up with a lot of claps. You can hear them here. Basically, that's the whole intro. The next part is the whole main lead. You can see this pattern goes through the whole song. Actually, let's just take a listen here. Basically. So, afterwards I'm going to add the drums sounding just like this. Really simple actually, but it fits perfectly for this pattern, pattern 3. Just take a listen here. Well, next up, just to up count, whatever I can call it, to the whole remix, I put it this, actually it's a trap kind of thing, which rappers uses in their beats. Just take a listen here. Basically, it's a really great thing to do because it follows up really great with the whole song, and it like counts up to whenever your actual song starts. So that's a really great thing. Let's take a listen to pattern 52, which is the start of the whole song. Listen here. Now we know the Gerudo theme is started. Really, these notes are really iconic. It sounds just as the original one. It has this weird mood to it, weird sound over it. So it's not just a piano, and I really like that. I really like doing remixes with a weird sound over it. A little reverb is also on it, so we just like that, right? The pattern goes on for two times, followed up with another part starting in the middle of it. Just take a listen here. Just some random bells, and to finish up this pattern we also added an iron knuckle sound. If you can hear it, just take a listen here. Like this weird sound actually, because whenever I try to simulate that sound, like he's humming, he's angry, it sounds pretty weird, but it gives a dark feeling for the remix before it starts actually, and yeah, that's basically just rounds up everything before the actual song begins to get more tempo on it. Let's take a listen to the next part. With the link sounds, and also a very disordered pattern goes on here, sounding really cool actually. And we got this little middle here, which basically breaks up the whole song. I really like that. I told you guys and girls that in the latest video on my channel, and that gives a great feeling. In the long note here, basically just to make it a bit more entertaining, I entered, or I actually just threw in this MP3 of Link throwing Din's Fire. Just take a listen here if you didn't heard it first time. And then the sound comes once again, and that's basically just another effect you can add into your own remix if you wanna make it less boring and less sounding just the same through the whole song. The next pattern is going to be a little bit different. You can see the notes, looks a little bit different. Also very iconic to the whole theme, and you can clearly hear the song. Just take a look here. Before we goes on to the next pattern, once again this is a weird sound, but it fits perfectly for a light techno remix. I don't know why, but I just really like that kind of sound. The next part is basically just breaking up this pattern, and then the same pattern goes on once again here. Just take a listen here. Really epic sounding here, some bells, something like that goes on here, but it really fits into the remix because it's basically an epic trance remix, if I can call it that, combined with a easy happy techno. I really like that. Basically these remixes makes me really happy. Now to pattern 9, and before we can start that, we just got another song correct MP3 entered here. Just take a listen here, and then we goes on to the pattern 9. Basically, it's also some kind of bells, got a little bit of reverb on it, so it sounds more epic and really great sounding, basically. Now to the pattern 10, which is basically really repeating itself over to the next patterns. Just take a listen here. Then we got the same notes as we got to start with, just to basically just to make this song a bit more entertaining. I entered, or I actually put it down this pattern 5 underneath these notes just to make it a little bit different sounding from the start of the whole song here. And then we got the bells once again. We heard that, and basically now we go to the next pattern, which is pattern 6. A bit more shorter because it's split it into half pattern here. And then we goes on to the pattern 7, which is also included with another pattern underneath it, just to make it a bit more entertaining. Let's just hear here. Basically, once again, another disordered track here. It can really break your ears if you are a headphone user, but once again, it just gives a more electro house themed remix, and I just love that. Now to pattern 7, without the pattern 16. Basically, we also got these splits up, which basically it's totally silence. But yeah, once again, it's also a very weird sound goes on here. But I just like that. Let's Let's just take a listen to the pattern 16. And then the up count once again, and actually this pattern actually just breaks up underneath here just to make it a little bit different, so it's not just like two patterns goes on and on and on. Basically we just got a little difference here. I like that. Now to a little bit more silent part, I think, and you can see this pattern goes on for like two patterns, like 8 of these patterns, but with a pattern 14 over it halfway. So just take a listen here. And now we got a link sound goes on for every single pattern that goes on, that follows up with the bass. Gives a great feeling, and also this very iconic techno theme, like when it's like double time or whatever I can call it. Just take a listen to the actual sound here. Basically, if you want to make techno, just know about this sound and you're really well done there. So let's just go on for the track like this. Basically that gives a great feeling when it's two tracks over it. It can sound really bad if you don't like mix them up really well, because the techno kind of double time sound basically ruins up a lot of sounds, because it's a lot of sounds going on at the same time. So watch out with that if you are trying to do that yourself. But if you find the real one and the one that sounds well, it's actually really, really cool if you can do that. Now to the same pattern as we heard before. Just basically another kind of the whole lead, because it repeats itself a lot of times through the song. And then we got the pattern 4 goes on once again like this. Well, if you are really well, really, what can I call, smart guy, you can probably see the whole song is actually repeated halfway here. So basically that's a whole remix. Or is it? Basically we are going straight to the end here, because it's a little bit different. You can see here we got the link sounds as we got over. Give me 2 seconds. Like, totally, I got totally lost here. Like that, here and here, basically. But to end this whole thing, we just entered a little bit of different sounds just to end the song really well. Just take a listen here. Basically the magic refill sound is it's really cool, because it reminds me of the up count thing, because it's a sound that goes from low to high. So it's basically just like a clone of the up count, just in with another sound. And then we got the correct song sound from Ocarina of Time once again, just to make it a bit more Zelda styled remix. So basically that's the whole remix of Gerudo Valley. I hope all of you guys and girls really enjoyed this part, because it's a really special track, and basically it's just a fantastic track, I think, because this is more epic than it is techno, with hard bass goes on for just basically every minute of the whole remix. This is like a very special track to me, and since the theme is such a iconic and worth theme, if I can call it that, it's really worth to remake really well, if I can call it that. That's probably well said, because you can make the song really epic sounding, you can make the song really hard sounding if you want to make a techno remix. So basically there's a lot of ways to remix this into a remix, basically. And I think I made this out really well, so I hope you guys and girls will appreciate this remix and take a look and take a listen on it on SoundCloud, and then I hope I see all of you guys and girls in my next video about me creating this Zelda Techno. The next video is going to be about the Stone Tower Temple. Make sure to watch that video because that remix really kicks ass. Now we goes from Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask, and later on we goes back to Ocarina of Time, or maybe Wind Waker, because I'm also working on a Dragon Roost Island remix, but it's not totally done yet. So make sure to show some hype, make sure to write some comments in the comment part of my video. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to stay tuned for more video, guys and girls. I hope I see you next time. See ya, and have a nice day, and blah 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 blah.